Hello, everybody. My name is Martin Hernandez, Senior Program Associate with the LA County Department of Arts and Culture, and it is a joy and honor to be speaking with you today about the LA County Arts Internship Program. As you can see, I have a brief presentation that'll assist me in hitting all of my points to share with you today. But this video is primarily to give an overview of the LA County Arts Internship Program for interested and prospective students who would like to apply. And my hope is that I will be able to cover the vast majority of questions that folks usually have about the program throughout the duration of this presentation. So to jump right in, our program is celebrating its 22nd year this year. We launched the first round of internships in this program in the year 2000, and we really credit the creation of our program to our colleagues and friends over at the Getty Foundation who have their own internship program, the Getty Merrill Multicultural Undergraduate Internship Program that actually precedes and predates ours. That program, with its emphasis on supporting internships in visual arts organizations as well as museums, has been around for many years. And in the year 2000, the Board of Supervisors for LA County at the time said, it's really great that the Getty is providing internships in visual arts and visual art institutions and museums. What if we at the county provide internships for all of the other artistic disciplines? And so our program was born. On the screen, you can see the mission statement for our program. I won't read it. You're welcome to do so if you'd like. But one of the things I'd just like to highlight is that ultimately this program is great for individuals that know that they would like to work in arts administration in LA County. And there's a lot of really wonderful opportunities for folks to get their foot in the door into the creative economy if that's something that they're interested in. But it's not the only metric of success that we measure in this program. We understand that there are going to be folks who participate in these internships and realize that maybe working in the arts administrative field is not where they would like to end up. And that's okay too. We hope that those participants can still get something out of this internship program and still be connected to the vibrant arts and culture field in LA County by being ticket buyers, board members, volunteers, or otherwise engaged with their organizations. And you can see that reflected in our mission statement. So to drill down to the 2022 cohort to talk a little bit about what this year looks like, we are proud to be offering, thanks to the support of the Board of Supervisors, 228 internships at 146 organizations. This, in combination with the Getty's program, represents the largest paid arts internship program in the country, which we are just so excited by, and I'm honored to be administrating this program on the department's behalf. As you can see this year, the largest number of positions that were requested by organizations are marketing, arts education, and production internships. And on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see the total list of positions, types of positions that exist within this program. I want to be clear that this program's focus is really on arts administration, meaning that these are not internships specifically in the creation of art or artistic products, meaning we don't have painting internships, or we don't have acting internships, or we don't have dancer internships. This is really about supporting 501c3 nonprofits in their arts programming that they do within LA County. But as I like to remind students and tell students, share with students, many of our organizations are comprised of artists and artistically minded individuals. And so if you're a student that has an artistic background, many times organizations will work to provide opportunities for you to express yourself and create and your creativity. So don't feel like there's not going to be any opportunity to do that. But ultimately, this program is focused on the administration of the arts within LA County. So let's talk about eligibility. This is usually about the time where students start to say, okay, this sounds pretty cool, but what's the catch? How do I make sure that I can actually participate in this program? And I'm really excited to tell you that over the past couple of years, we've been doing a lot of work to make this program as accessible to as many students as possible. So here on the screen, you can see the eligibility that is required to participate in this program. On the left-hand side of the screen are the things that you must have or you must possess in order to participate in this program. The first is that you must either be a currently enrolled student at a university or community college, meaning that you are taking at least one class at the time that you apply to the organization for the internship. Or you must be recently graduated or about to graduate, which we define as graduating between May 1st and December 31st of this year. In addition to that, you must either reside in, be a resident of, or attend school in LA County, meaning that if you are a student who is from Boston, but you attend school in LA County, you're still eligible by virtue of your enrollment at a school within LA County. The flip side is also true. If you are an LA County resident, but you are going out of school, out of state, excuse me, for school, you would be eligible for this program by virtue of your residency within LA County. And last but certainly not least, all of our organizations are onboarding interns as either part-time or full-time employees. And so you do, or contractors, and so therefore you must possess the right to work documents in order to participate in this program. You must be able to legally work within the United States. On the right-hand side of the screen, there are some things that even if you hit all of the eligibility on the left side, if you fall into any of the categories on the right side, it would make you ineligible, even if you hit all of the points on the left side of the screen. So this is a program specifically for undergraduate students or first-time degree earners. That means if you already have a bachelor's degree or higher, you are ineligible for this program. We know that sometimes at the community colleges, we have folks that are returning to school to explore different areas of focus after getting a bachelor's, a master's, a PhD. But unfortunately, if you have already obtained a degree at the time that you are applying for these internships, it would make you ineligible. This program is also single participation only, meaning that once you participate in this program, you are not allowed to participate again. This is just so that we can make sure as many students as possible have access to these internships. And these last two bullet points, you cannot be a previous staff member of the organization that you are applying to, or you cannot be a relative of a staff or board member at the organization that you are applying to. If you have connections with certain arts organizations in LA County, you are welcome to apply for other internships at other organizations, so long as you meet the eligibility requirements, but you will not be able to get an internship at the organization where you have the existing relationship. At the bottom, you'll see a bar that says notice anything missing. This is because a lot of times I get questions about, Martine, do I have to major in the arts? Do I have to be a certain age, 18 to 24, so on and so forth? And the answer is no. We do not have major requirements as part of this program. We have students who are studying a wide range of academic programs that participate in this program outside of the arts. And there is no age cap. We have had many older students that are getting a degree for the first time participate in this program, and they are certainly welcome to continue participating. So hopefully you feel that this list is easy to manage, doesn't come with a lot of restrictions, and that you will be able to submit an application if you are interested. As I mentioned, our host organizations where you will actually be completing the internship are nonprofits, meaning they're 501c3 organizations that have been around for at least 2 years. And when I mentioned earlier that the Getty funds internships in visual arts organizations and museums, and we fund everybody else, the second bullet point really talks about who we mean. Those are performing arts organizations, presenting arts, literary arts, film and digital media, municipal arts agencies, which are cities within LA County that have their own arts departments, as well as social justice and social service organizations. The last two, social justice and social service organizations, are actually new to the program as of 2020. These are nonprofit organizations that do not primarily do the arts as part of their offering, but they have artistic programming that they use to supplement the work of their organization. And so they can apply to interns from us to support that arts programming. And all of the organizations within this program must be based in LA County, meaning that their main offices are in LA County as well as their programming, which means that hopefully there is an internship somewhere near you, no matter where you reside in LA County. So timeline, at the time of recording this, we are just about to post our first batch of positions on April 1st. I'm going to talk more about position launch in a second, but really the important piece to note on this slide is the work window. The earliest that interns can begin work is June 1st of 2022, and the absolute last day that they can finish their internships is March 1st of 2023. We have a very long timeline just to be as accommodating as possible to our grantee organizations and interns within this program. And all of the organizations are proposing their own internship timelines within that June 1st and March 1st window. That means we have some internships that will start exactly on June 1st of 2022 and may wrap up as early as August. And it also means that we have some internships that won't start until July or August or maybe even September, and they will work all the way up until that March 1st deadline. So we'll talk more about what that means in just a little bit, but really long program timeline, and each organization is proposing their own timeline within that larger time frame. Positions are going to be posted on this website where you are potentially watching this video right now on the following dates: April 1st, 2022, May 2nd, 2022, June 1st, 2022, and July 1st, 2022. So 4 position posting dates where we will be uploading new positions to the website. So by July 1st of 2022, all 228 positions will be on our website. When you go to our website, www.lacountyarts.org/internships, you'll be taken to a page that has a long list of all of the positions. And when you click into them, you will see a certain amount of information for each position. So the first piece, and I'm referencing the right-hand side of this slide now, is the brief organizational description. So a little blurb about what it is that the organization does, the communities that they serve, and the work that they do. That will be followed by a position description. So what is it that they're looking for this intern to do as part of their internship? They will also include any potential qualifications that they are looking for. So do they want a certain number of experience in this, certain number of years of experience in this, or previous experience with that? Please keep in mind that this, again, is a program primarily for undergraduate students, many of whom are entering the workforce for the first time. So many times the qualifications are not very lengthy and they are just suggestions, not necessarily the rule. So pay close attention. The last 2, I would say, are some of the most important information that you will find for each position. The first is the work period and schedule. So as I mentioned on the previous slide, the internship work window is from June 1 of 2022 to March 1st of 2023. Every organization is setting their own timeline within that span. So it is up to the intern, you as the prospective candidate, to do the research that you need to do to make sure that the work period and the schedule is going to work with your schedule. And last but certainly not least, the how to apply section. So this is where the organization will say in the job posting what it is that they are looking for prospective applicants. Are they looking for a resume and cover letter? Are they looking for a portfolio? Are they looking for a chatty informal letter about why you might want to take on this internship? Every single internship has a different set of requirements, a different work period and schedule, a different list of qualifications. So for you as the applicant, it's going to be extremely important that you're paying close attention to those fields and only applying for internships that match your schedule and commitments that you may have later on in 2022 and early 23, and that match the qualifications and your prior work experience and your interests. And it's very, very important that you pay close attention to the how to apply section. That is oftentimes the easiest way to get your application thrown out in this program, is by just not paying attention to what it is that the organization is looking for as part of their application. Hopefully I've been implying this, but just to make sure that it's clear, you are not, as a prospective applicant, applying directly to us at the county. You are applying directly to the organization where you have the interest or where you are interested in working. So our website really acts as kind of like just a job board for all of the positions in the program. When you submit a resume and cover letter, you are submitting it directly to the organization that you're interested in, not to us at the county. So now let's talk about the internship itself. And what's very important about the internship is, of course, the money. All interns will be paid $6,416 for their internship at a rate of $16.04 an hour for a total of 400 hours. This is a very long internship, which is really exciting because it can really give students the opportunity to build strong relationships with their host organizations, but it will require planning. This 400 hours cannot just be worked in a couple of weeks. So it's going to be very, very important that if you decide to apply for this program, you understand that you are committing to a 400-hour internship in order to be able to complete. In the event that you would need to pay for parking, or the organization requires you to run errands on the organization's behalf using your own vehicle or a company vehicle, the expectation is that you are paid for parking and mileage reimbursement on top of this salary. The vast majority of organizations will not ask interns to do that on their behalf, but if it does come up, just please know that the expectation is you're supposed to be reimbursed on top of your normal salary. And of course, payroll taxes do apply. As I mentioned, many of you will be hired on as contractors or part-time employees or full-time employees. Payroll taxes are a part of that, meaning that you won't necessarily be taking $6,416 home at the end of the internship, but the expectation is that you are paid at the rate of $16.04 an hour. All 220 interns in this program receive the same rate of pay, regardless of where they're conducting their internship. So the work, internship duties vary based on position. You're going to see, for example, a lot of positions that are listed as education interns or production interns. But just because two internships share the same title does not mean they're doing the same work. In fact, a lot of times they are not, because every organization does something different. So just be prepared for that. As I mentioned, all of the positions will be listed on our website with the description of duties as well as the organizational description. So ultimately, be prepared to try new things and build new skills. A lot of our supervisors in this program understand that you're maybe entering the workforce for the first time, or maybe this is the first time that you're working in the arts. So as long as you show up with a good attitude and ready to build new skills, you're going to be successful in this program. Obviously, COVID-19 and the pandemic has been challenging for this program, which normally has all interns on site, no questions asked. So in the era of COVID, we have made some slight changes to the program structure to make things as flexible as possible for both the organizations and the interns. That includes eligibility being the same no matter where you are physically located. So for example, if you are a resident of Boston, but you are attending school at Occidental College, but you are doing school virtually and not physically at Occidental, you would still be eligible for this program because you're taking classes at Occidental, even though you are located in Boston. It is most likely that the positions this year will be a mix of on-site and remote work. So be prepared to ask about this in your interview. We've asked the organizations to be clear with all of their interns during the interview process about how much of the internship is going to be on site, how much of it is it going to be remote? Is it going to be fully remote? Is it going to be fully on site? But in the event that that is not coming up during your interview process with your organization, it's very important that you ask so that you can be aware and make the necessary accommodations for whatever it is that the organization has in mind for this particular internship. Each position on our website will detail the hours per week that the intern is supposed to work, as well as the start and end dates, as I mentioned earlier. Interns are allowed to work as little as 15 hours a week in this program, and of course, work up to a maximum of 40 hours a week full-time in the program. It is very important that you be prepared to discuss your school schedule and any other commitments that may come up during the course of your internship. So for example, if you know that you're going to be off of school during the summer, so maybe the months of June and July and part of August, but at the end of August, you will be going back to school, then you need to let your organization know that during the interview process so that they can better plan. It is very possible that an organization may have an individual that I just described work 40 hours a week during the summer when they have the time to do so, and then drop them down to 15 hours a week when school comes up, when they go back to school, to better accommodate their school and work schedule. That is only possible if you are being open and honest with your work site about what that schedule looks like. So it's very, very important that you be prepared to discuss school, other commitments that might be coming up so that your organization, as best as possible, can work with you to find a schedule that works. Educational components. The internship itself is not enough on its own as far as we're concerned. We really like to be able to provide our interns with additional supplemental experiences to complement your internship. So the way that we do that is through what we call educational components. And the educational components really fall into two buckets. The first is Art Summit. This is a 3 to 4 hour virtual event that will happen in September that allows us to celebrate you all for your participation in the program and making it thus far. We always invite local artists and local talent to share about their experience so that you can also get a sense of what is going on in the field of arts and culture in Los Angeles, considering that we're such a big county and the arts looks very different depending on where you're at and what organizations you're interacting with. So we try to put together a really comprehensive program to kind of paint a larger picture, have some great conversations, and give you the opportunity to be able to network and work with other interns in the program. The second type of educational component that we offer are what we call peer groups. These are 1 to 2 events that will be happening per month, starting in July, going through Feb of 2022, going through February of 2023. The majority of them will be virtual. There will be a couple of in-person events this year. And these are just small group events to give interns the opportunity to network with one another. These peer group events are led by arts and culture professionals in the field that have a wide range of artistic talents, connections, perspectives, and work with a wide variety of organizations in the field. And we let them have creative control over those events. So sometimes it's a panel discussion, sometimes it's a field trip, sometimes it's a resume, a cover letter workshop. We've had a number of different kinds of offerings in the past couple of years. They're always really, really exciting for the interns, and just another way that interns can engage with their peers as well as other arts and culture leaders in Los Angeles. We ask that every intern however possible, attend Art Summit. And for peer groups, we ask that every intern attend at least one peer group event during the course of their internship. And we leave that to you. We know that there may be some topics that are more interesting than others, and we will leave it to you to kind of pick which of those feel best given your individual interests, what you're doing within your internship, so on and so forth. So they end up being really exciting and really fun events every year. And I'm looking forward to what we're able to offer this year in 2022. So as I mentioned, we try not to attach too many bells and whistles and make it too complicated. We really want as many students as possible to feel like they can apply for this internship program and be considered. In the event that I was not able to answer all of your questions as part of this presentation, please feel free to send me an email to the email address that you see on your screen, internship@arts.lacounty.gov, and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as possible with your answer. As I mentioned before, the first batch of positions are going to go live on our website on April 1st, 2022, and then we will continue to post positions every month in May, June, and July, which will round out all 228 positions. We hope that if any of this has sounded interesting to you, or if you've thought about working in the arts and getting experience in the creative economy in Los Angeles County, we hope that you will consider this program. And again, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Thanks for your consideration of this program. Stay safe out there, and we will see you on the internet very, very soon. Take care.